Hey Mandy, I didn't have edit access to this document, so I figured I would just shoot you a quick video kind of running through some talking points or some potential angles that I would be looking at. Um, we definitely need to like try to nail down a little bit more specificity. So like if we're talking about like okay, we got one thing you could talk about for 90 minutes straight, meal planning. So we're going to be going heavier into the meal planning stuff that you potentially have already built, a little bit of content and a little bit of audience around, and that's fine. Okay. What is the clear outcome for the person that buys this? No stress over mealtime. Okay. We can also look at time. We can also look at savings. We can also look at the after state of them having your meal planning service or your curated meal plans or your weekly plans or personalized plans. We can also like especially looking at a little bit further if we're going to try to increase the price, which I would highly encourage you to. We need to look at maybe some type of customized or personalized plan. Okay, so they'll have a customized 30-day plan for the next 30 days of meals. Okay, grocery lists, budgets, etc., etc. So it feels a little bit more personalized. Okay, what becomes better in life and business when they achieve this? More family time, less stress. Think about a very specific scenario that you can actually like hammer very specifically and targeted. Okay, so what is a very unique scenario that they would potentially be in after they have your meal plans? Okay, so they're no longer getting off work after a 12-hour shift and scrambling for what to eat, and then they're just giving their kids dino nuggets, and then they feel like a bad mom, anyways. How can we lean into a very specific emotion or feeling that will be removed? Right, kind of going in hand with the next one. So we want to get very specific, very targeted, very deep into an emotion that they are potentially going through. Okay. How's your ideal client feeling right now? Think about deeper things than this, like overwhelmed over groceries and meals. Think about like the thoughts in their brains, right? I'm a bad mom because I am not feeding my kids what I should be feeding them. I am basically hemorrhaging money because I'm eating out 3 times a week when I could be saving X amount of dollars outside of, if I just created these meals at home. What are they actually feeling? Think deeper, right? Instead of just like overwhelmed over groceries and meals, what does that actually mean? What does that mean to the customer? What is the actual specific scenario that they are currently in, right? Do they go into the grocery store with no plan and then they walk out with, they spend an extra $100 because they had no list and then they don't have any meals planned out? And then, like, what is the problem that actually is the side effect of not having your meal plans? Okay. Which goes right into this one. Okay. So, what is the specific finger pointable problem that this solves? Save at the grocery store and thinking about meals. Okay. So, like, think about what I'm talking a little bit about, like the emotions or the feelings deeper than just like meals and grocery stores and meal plans and etc. What is the after state that they will be at? Right? Do they feel more confident as a mom because now they're giving their kids healthy foods? What are they saving $50 a week on groceries because now they walk into the store with an actual plan, a meal list, etc., etc. So they're no longer spending a ton of money. Maybe their body feels better because now they're no longer eating out and they're eating at home. Okay, there's a lot of different variables that we could specifically target. We want to dive deeper into specifics. Okay, what does their life like after they have more time, money, and less stress? Okay, I would pick one thing that we can choose as an after state. Like paint the picture on a deep level. What does having more time mean? What are they able to do with that more time? What are they able to do with more money? What types of stresses get alleviated when they have more money, when they're not spending as much money on food? What does less stress actually mean? Where does that show up in life? What does that actually look like for a potential, mom or so? Like, where does that stress go away from? Okay, like we want to get like go a little bit deeper in some of these. Okay, what results do you have? Yes, you have a ton of proof of concept. You've been doing this for 10 years. Your kids do it, etc. That's great. Something that you already have results in. Why are you doing this? Let me see. I need to zoom out a little bit. Couldn't find a meal plan I like. I took a program that taught me how to build a digital product. Um, okay, so we need to talk about like what was the turning point for you. Okay. So I couldn't afford to go to the grocery store. So, like, that needs to be a story. It needs to be a story baked into the mechanism that you give people. So they no longer have to feel this pain or be in this situation that you were actually in. So, like, that is the deep level of why you're doing this. One, you want to help moms save more money. You want to help people eat more healthy. You want to help them still eat good on a budget, etc. What is the actual deep reasoning behind why you're doing this, or what caused you to actually do this? The more that we can do, like, the deeper we can get into this, the better off you're going to be. Okay. The mechanism, the mechanism is how you help somebody get to the result, right? So it's not necessarily like TikTok posts, live community. It is how do you actually help somebody get to the point of saving money, planning their meals, mapping out their grocery lists, etc. What is the step by step process that you take them to get to the promise that you were trying to get them to, right? So if I shave uh 6 hours a week off of, going to the grocery store and cooking one-off meals and etc. to the mom, like, what is the process that we go through to get them there, right? We identify foods, we identify meals for the week, we prep grocery lists, we go to the grocery store, we come home, we make it in an hour, etc. What is the actual process of helping them get there, step by step? Okay, so that's what your mechanism is. Um, what makes your approach different from everything they've tried? If we can use, so you teach them how to shop at the store, that's great. A lot of people don't know how to grocery shop. I use the food they already have in their home and their recipes. Perfect. Even better. So this is a very, like, look at this like it's a personalized experience to helping them get to the result. That's something that you can give away. Um, how it will be delivered, I have a TikTok post that they can choose one-on-one coaching or just download a digital product. I would package this into one single product. I would package this into one product that you're charging a minimum of $200, $300 for over the span of 90 days. Again, because it's going to allow you to need less volume to make money versus like trying to sell a very low ticket digital product. It's going to be very hard to hit your income goals. So how can we increase the perceived value of this product so then it becomes worth the $300 that you're charging for it, or the $100 that you're charging for it? It's the difference between needing 100 customers to make, $700, and, needing 7 people to make 700. So I would do anything you possibly can to increase the perceived value, increase the price of this offer, right? So, how will it be delivered? This can be a downloadable digital product paired with one-on-one support, coaching calls, personalized plans. I think is going to be a very big selling point, like you've mentioned above here, talking about how do you build out a grocery list, personalized stuff based on what's their recipes and what's in their pantry. So how can we create a little bit more of a proximity based offer where you personalize this to the actual customer, versus them coming in and trying to learn how to apply it inside of, the digital product. The other side of that coin is you could also build like a custom AI tool for your own internal use that helps you deliver a personalized meal plan very quickly, and still charge, $200, $300 for it, $100. So what is the duration, the timeline? Again, I think we would want to stretch this out to more of like a 90-day thing, right? With a clear promise and an outcome. My goal for you over the next 90 days is to have meal plans that'll save you X amount of time or X amount of money per month. Okay. One time sales, perfectly fine. What is the support structure? You have a free community on Facebook. That's good. But I would also include, especially if you're going to try to increase the price, which again, I would encourage you to, we want to do some type of one-on-one support, group chat support, coaching call support, etc. Okay. Bonuses, you will definitely need bonuses if you're going to increase the price. We need to add more things to make the product worth the investment, worth the $100, worth the $197, worth the $297. Okay, this could be the product itself, the digital product itself, could be with coaching, could be with support, could be the personalization of the plan. Okay. Um, the close, what vibe does this offer carry? We don't want to help anyone. We want to help someone very specific. Okay, we want to help a very specific individual that this is going to be for. Okay, this could be a working mom who clocks 40 hours a week and still wants to eat healthy and save money on food and not have to eat out. Or it could be someone that is, struggling right? The thing I will say is, as I mentioned yesterday, is I would look at shifting the ICP a bit because if you're struggling with people to buy your product, if we're talking about like, hey, I didn't have money, or you don't have money to buy groceries, or you can't afford to get groceries, it's not they're not going to have any supplementary income to buy your program, right? So we would want to shift the demographic of who we're trying to sell this product to be more curated towards uh someone who's more strapped on time but has money, right? The mom who's already working 40 hours a week, maybe she's a single mom, has two kids, and she still wants to eat healthy. She still wants to meal plan. She doesn't want to eat out anymore. She wants to save money. She wants to save time, but she has money to spend on your product. Okay. We also want to be crystal clear who it's not for. We want repelling statements. We want common enemies. We want to have some polarization. What is the difference between how you do meal planning and how the next person does? Right? What makes you different? Okay. Again, I would do a way higher ticket digital product. I would probably push this to at a minimum $100. Okay, I would push this to like $97 at a minimum, and then you can like do like, hey, for the first 10 people, it's $97, and then I'm increasing the price. I'm doubling the price to 197. Okay, um, simple. They send you a DM. That's perfect. If it's already launched, we can do a bit of a relaunch, right? We would want to increase the perceived value of this product to be worth more than the $7 or the $25. And the only reason I say that is because it's going to be hard for you to get the amount of volume to make enough sales, right? So, like as an example, if we sell a $25 product, we need 1,000 sales a month to make $2,500, which is insane. It's hard. It'll be very hard to do, right? So I'm not saying we can't sell these in the future, but if we're going to be working on like your signature offer and the thing that's going to make you the money and create impact in your business, we would want to increase the perceived value, add more to it, so that way it will actually be worth the $97. 90 days of one-on-one support, weekly coaching calls for 90 days, bi-weekly coaching calls for 90 days, personalized meal plans, personalized grocery lists, personalized XYZ is going to make it viable. And I'm not saying you have to give that much support forever, but the goal should be to land, 3 to 5 clients, and then we can start using their feedback to feel a product, feel a digital product, feel a course, feel a coaching program, etc. So that way we can actually stop guessing and we can use their feedback to then feel everything in the business. So hopefully this helps. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to give me a shout. And yeah, again, and I will say I didn't want this video to come across like I'm trying to be negative or attacking you or anything like that. I'm just, giving you some real honest feedback around some tweaks that we would potentially need to make, based on how I would potentially make them.